Sonic Lab
TV.
Woke up with a terrible cold this morning, but to cheer me up, I also found that I had the new Korg Nanos to review. These are 3 micro, very small indeed, USB powered devices. They all take little tiny USB connectors. They're bus powered and they take very little current, which means you can run them off an unpowered USB hub. So plug this lot into your laptop and you're going to end up with kind of a micro studio. So let's have a look at the nanoPAD. Inside the box you get the nanoPAD, an Ableton Live Get Live, which gives you a coupon where you get a discount on a version of Ableton Live. A couple of brochures. This one tells you all the dangerous things that can happen, not sure what they could possibly be, and a great big fold-out multi-language instruction booklet. You also get a reasonably long USB cable. So here is the nanoPAD. Installing it is very simple. It's simply a matter of plugging this in. The lights light up, scene memory comes up. It's got 12 rubberized, slightly proud, velocity sensitive pads. Also got an XY pad, which in default mode, pitch bend on the X and modulation on the Y. The scene memories, of which there are 4, all store the assignments for the pads and the XY pad. There are also these other buttons. Now the hold button just holds the XY pad at the current value. Flam button gives you a varying interval flam with the velocity of the second hit dependent on how far up the XY pad you go. Next feature is the roll feature. Press in the roll button. Velocity, timing. Thing about the roll is this roll is not got anything to do with the tempo of the sequencer that you've plugged it into, which is a bit of a shame. So you can't actually sync it up with your source material, which would be really good because you could be pressing, have it playing 8s or whatever, but it doesn't work that way. There is one gotcha that you need to watch out for. If you engage the hold, the flam or the roll button and then change scene memories, they're reset. So basically you don't carry them across when you change memories. The feel of the pads is surprisingly good. I'm not really a pad person. I tend to play things more from the keyboard, but I found this responsive and quick. The velocity curves are a little bit strange, but playing around with those in the editor, you can tweak them up a little bit. One thing to notice is you must make sure you get it flat on a surface, because if you don't, it's going to make quite a noise. The Chord Control editor is where you get access to all of the parameters of the nanoPAD. This is common to all of the Nano series. So let's select one of the triggers and you can see you can layer up to 8 deep either notes or controls. Unfortunately you can't mix and match, that would have been very nice, but you can have up to 8 notes triggering from a single pad, which means you could put chords on several pads. For some really cool creative functions. To save your changes, it's a simple matter of just sending the scene to the actual unit. There's also something really cool you can do with the XY pad, which is touch release. So when you touch it, it sends out a controller, and when you release it, it sends out a controller. You have an off and an on value, and you've got an attack and a release time. So I'm touching the pad here, and it turns it up with a moderately fast attack. And then when I release it, it fades down to a predetermined value, again with a slow release. It's hard to see where, if anywhere, Korg have gone wrong with the nanoPAD. I mean, at $60 US, or about 41 UK pounds, or about 59 euros, there really isn't much to criticise at this price. I guess the only thing that would have been good would have been if you could tie the flam timing and the roll timing in with the tempo of your sequencer. That's about all it is. But at this price, it's hard to think of a reason why you shouldn't own one of these Nano products, and the nanoPAD especially. The level of control and programmability that you get with the editor is better than some things costing much more money. So I'm going to be hanging on to this one.